Hello, dear students and esteemed learners. Welcome back. Welcome to my course on Sociology of Health. And this is lecture number 58. And today we are going to talk about health information in India. So, this week we are talking about health inequality and sociology of health. And this is the last week of our course. So, by now you have seen this that in this paper we have been making use of health information basically at different levels, and this is very important. The health related data is very important because when we talk about the social determinants of health, then that is technically not possible without having comprehensive, reliable data. And the understanding on social determinants of health have increased in last 3-4 decades primarily because of the availability of rich data procured at the ground level. In Indian context also, we have successfully collected data, the empirical data from the ground level through intensive field work and surveys conducted, and these data are very helpful and instrumental in developing the kind of understanding which is existing, and then the kind of policies basically which have been developed over a period of time. So definitely that is very important, and in this lecture we will try to understand the important sources of data so that you can make use of all these different sources and different types of data whenever you feel the need of, right? And in this lecture I have included some of these important sources like National Family Health Surveys. Then I have also mentioned about the International Institute of Population Sciences, then Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation, then Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, then National Health System Resource Center, and the policy documents and some of the other sources. So all these institutions or sources provide valid and reliable data related to health. And don't forget that the topic of this lecture is basically health information in India. So we are not talking about information as such. We are talking about information related to health or health outcome. We are very focused on this because if you talk about the population at large, then the most authentic, most important source of information is Census of India. That we all know that basically the census is conducted every decade, and we get first of all the number of people living in the country, and then age and gender composition, and then good number of variables that we get to know, and some of those variables are also very helpful in understanding the health related issues. For example, you may remember when we were talking about the elderly people, then we needed the kind of numbers which was made available by Census of India. So of course the mother of all source of information is the census, but going beyond that, basically census is conducted every 10 years, and the main purpose is to collect information about the population. So we are not getting the health related information, the specific information in that census, and for this we have to depend upon good number of other sources. And one very important source here is the National Family Health Survey. So I have given here some images, and you will find many more images here. Of course, all these images are taken from the website of the respective agency, and all these are basically associated with government, or these are available in the public domain. So just making use of this so that you can remember the names well, and you can make use of these. So NFHS basically as of now, till now, we are having 5 rounds and the 6th round is already in progress. So NFHS first conducted for the years 1992 and 1993, then 2 for the years 98 and 99, then 3 for the years 2005 and 6, then 4 for the years 15 and 16, 2015 and 16, and then NFHS 5 for the years 2019 and 21. And now the work related to NFHS 6 for the years 23-24 has already started. We are not having the data, but the process has started as per the information available in the website. So the link is also mentioned over here, and that is basically easy to identify: rchips.org NFHS. Now these are the 2 cover pages, just for your visual memory. Now you can see that the NFHS 5 basically compendium of fact sheets, and it is related to the key indicators, right? And then India and 14 states, that is mentioned, that is the phase 2. So basically these reports are in volume, so you should not think that the information is available for limited number of states only. These are distributed among the volumes, so this is only one volume. And just like that, NFHS 4. So this is basically published by Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Government of India, and we will know a little more about this, because most of the time we are making use of the NFHS data. And you might have noticed that in all our lectures, we have extensively used the figures provided by NFHS 4 and 3, because the kind of depth of information which is required, that is not available in any other source, right? So NFHS is considered the backbone of health understanding in India in contemporary context. The main objective of each successive round of NFHS has been to provide high quality data on health and family welfare and emerging issues in this area. Then I have presented a few statements here from the NFHS 5 itself, and the purpose is to show you that how dynamic basically the mechanism is. So NFHS 5 says that it includes some new topics. That means in every round some new topic is included, and then further it says that some of the points have been expanded to include something new, and then some of the points have been dropped. That means it is not static. It's not something which is a kind of stereotype sort of data. So when we have all 5 rounds of NFHS, all 5 rounds basically provide the data which is relevant, which is in demand at that point of time, and which could be calculated. So in the NFHS first round, we were not having a good number of data that we are having as of now. We were not having the details which is available for the states as of now, right? So this is evolving, and with time basically we will get even more detailed information, which is very helpful in having the policies as well as in understanding the phenomenon. So this International Institute for Population Science, that is basically the institution which is playing the most important role in collecting the information related to National Family Health Survey. And it is not only providing this data, but it is also providing other data like district level household survey, then assessment of National Rural Health Mission, and few other things, right? It has also conducted the nutritional survey and longitudinal aging study in India. So there are multiple sets of data which have been collected and produced by IIPS. Now after understanding the NFHS and basically the contribution of IIPS, let us try to understand the various ministries which are a source of great information. And first I will talk about the Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation, Government of India. So here you can find a page of the homepage of the ministry, simply a screenshot so that you can find the name, the Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation. I recommend all of you basically to go and check the websites. Basically, we should be in the habit of checking and seeing the websites of the various ministries. What kind of updates are being given, and then what kind of data is being provided, because that is the most authentic source of information for us. And if you have a look on the ministry's website, definitely you will find very relevant information, and sometimes you will get information that you are not even aware of, right? Now this Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation is doing wonderful job, and out of the many things that it is doing, one very important thing is the National Sample Survey Office, NSSO. So if you are a student of social science, then you might have heard the name of NSSO. Most of the programs in India is basically based on the kind of sample data which is collected by NSSO. The policies or programs basically could not be developed without having some authentic data, and that data is provided by NSSO. So that is coming under the Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation, and all rounds of NSSO data is basically available in the website of the ministry. Then Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. Yes, we have been talking about it, and so many times basically we have referred to the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, because when I have been talking about the health issues, and especially about the issues which are related to the governance, then I have taken the data or the information from the website of the ministry, because that is the most authentic source for data, right? Now this Ministry of Health and Family Welfare is also conducting several types of survey, and basically it's also preparing several reports and releasing several reports. I should not say that they are conducting the survey. Of course, there are agencies who are conducting those survey, but they are publishing those reports, right? And one very important report is Health and Family Welfare Statistics in India. So as of now, you can find this Health and Family Welfare Statistics in India in the website of the ministry, and some of the contents I have mentioned here, so that you can get idea that what kind of data or information this report is handling. And health related National Sustainable Development Goals indicators. So basically we are talking about the Sustainable Development Goal, and then there are National Sustainable Development Goals, and then there are indicators, and then there are national basically health related indicators. So there are good number of things which are basically worked out, but perhaps we are not aware of, and so this report can be very helpful. And then there is another report basically also published by Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, and that is Rural Health Statistics. Now we have been talking about basically health system and health resources and several other things, basically the infrastructure and all these things. So this rural health statistics is providing us all that kind of information. So if we want to understand the health system in India, then we need to have a thorough understanding of the kind of infrastructure, the kind of system, the kind of mechanisms that are existing. And sociology is basically helping us to understand the how and why of these things also. So we need to have a fair understanding, and so these sources are very important. Then National Health System Resource Center. Of course, this is very important resource center, because this is providing the technical support to the National Health Mission. And the National Health Mission is one of the most big or massive program. As we have seen earlier, it basically incorporates the National Rural Health Mission and National Urban Health Mission. And there are a number of basically factors and indicators and mechanism. So we have a very robust basically uh, technical system to monitor all these things, and all these things are basically monitored, and the information is updated by this National Health System Resource Center. This is again a very rich source of all kind of data, the data which is dynamic, which is emerging and evolving also. Then we have the health policy documents, and we have been talking about the health policies. So this is the National Health Policy 2017, and this is also a very informative, very authentic data, and it talks about the vision, and we have discussed the National Health Policy at length, right? So you can get access to this policy document. This is available in the open access mode, right? And this is talking about all the policy provisions that we have discussed when we were talking about the National Health Policy 2017. And just like this, all the previous policy documents are also available. So why did I include here? Just to make you understand that this is a very important document, and just like this, all other or the previous documents are also important. So instead of reading about these documents from the secondary or tertiary sources, very often it is required that we have a look on the primary document itself, so that we can get an insight, right? So when I was a student basically at the undergraduate level, then that time these type of detailed information were not available, because that was not the age of ICT, and that was not the age of internet or web, right? So as of now, accessibility has increased, and all these information and sources are available, you can say, with the click of the mouse, right? So make use of it. And then there are some other reports also which are also published by the government agencies, like Indian Council of Medical Research, ICMR. This is one of the most prestigious basically body which is handling the research related issues on health, and it has published its own report. And similarly, there is National Health Account, something that we discussed in the 2-3 classes previously when we were talking about the health expenditure. So what can we conclude? We can say that as of now in India, of course, there are good number of health related issues, and then many issues are basically emerging, unfolding. But at the same time, we are also having a very systemic approach to address those issues or problems. We have good data, we have right to information in India, and because of the rich data, we are in a position to develop good pragmatic policies. And what is very important here is this, that sometimes information is playing a very important role. So keeping in mind all these factors, I think we should know and be well informed about the emerging and available data on health issues, that increases our insight. And as a student of sociology and sociology of health basically, we should be well conversant with all these sources of data. So thank you very much for being with me in this lecture, and we will meet in next lecture, and we have only 2 remaining lectures. So I hope very soon you will reach to the last lecture of our course. So take care, and we'll meet soon.